Has digital taken over audio's diminishing returns equation? This question comes to us from Rob in New Forest, United Kingdom. Regarding the much spoken rule of diminishing returns in audio, I've always felt that these creep in more quickly on digital sources, very quickly on cabling, and less so on amplification, and even less on speakers, i.e., double the price of your speakers and you'll probably get much more bang for your buck than doubling the cost of your CD player. This is contrary to the earlier philosophies of companies like Lynn, a good Scottish company. Do you think the digital medium has to some degree reversed these earlier principles? And by that, I think what he means is the following. Ivor Tiefenbroom, many years ago, he's the founder of Lynn, a very well-respected Scottish hi-fi company, came out with their marketing approach, which was put all your money into the source and use diminishing returns as you get closer to the loudspeakers. That placed all your applicable budget at the source, because their reasoning, which, from a logic standpoint was quite reasonable. If you can't get it off the record in the first place, then who cares how good the final result is? If you can't get it off the record, then what difference does it make if you have a good transducer at the end to reproduce it, right? So information lost here can never be recovered here. Excellent logic. Problem is, I don't think that equation was ever accurate. I think it helped Lynn sell a lot of turntables. The venerable LP12, goodness, that was forever, was one of the great turntables. And today, Lynn still focuses on source. They've got their stack of equipment. They've got, I think Lynn also makes speakers too. I think they do the whole thing now. Anyway, great company. I'm not here to pick on Lynn. I have never agreed with Ivor's philosophy on that, because I've always looked at it the other way around. And granted, we will someday make loudspeakers. We're working on taking all of the history and the thoughts of Infinity founder Arnie Nudell, my dear friend and former partner. We're going to take everything that he's known and distilled it, and we're going to distill it into a line of loudspeakers in his honor. And so, this is not a cheap plug for building speakers, because this is something for the last 45 years that I have fervently believed, and that is, put your money in loudspeakers first, and then use the areas of diminishing returns as you narrow it down to the AC plug. And I say that with full well knowing that we sell expensive products that hook up to the AC line. Our AC power plants are among the best in the world, and you can spend $10,000 on a P20 power plant, more than many people spend on an entire system. So look, I'm preaching to you from the heart. I'm just telling you, if you have limited funds, put those funds into the best pair of loudspeakers you can buy. And don't skimp out. Hook a subwoofer up, or at least make plans for that subwoofer, so that your stack of reproduction equipment really is as good as it gets. And then over time, work on excellent electronics. Because here's the other thing, and there is no perfect solution, right? The better your loudspeakers are, the easier it is to tell piss poor electronics, right? So that's the other side of that equation. You put good speakers up and you can really hear bad electronics. So you need good electronics to drive good speakers. But I just think that in the same way that you build a house by starting with a good, solid foundation. You can put up sticks for a while on that solid foundation that maybe aren't the best sticks. And over time, you can improve those sticks and you can add to them. But if you don't get that foundation right, it doesn't matter what you do with the sticks. It could fall down at some point or sink. Maybe that's a bad analogy. I don't know. So I don't think digital has contributed to a change in diminishing returns. I still believe in exactly the same philosophy that I have all along, which is loudspeakers are, in fact, the biggest bang for your buck. And after that, the electronics that follow, and somewhere in that mix, the source, because Ivor was correct. If you don't have a good source, you can't get all the information off of the CD, the server, or the vinyl record. So, a lot of stuff to absorb here. Thanks for the question. Bye.